Hey, what's up? Looking very snazzy, huh?
Do you know the Helvetia dinner? Best burger in the town.
Really? Is it?
This is why a real meat veggie burger now.
Yeah, well, it's not meat.
It's green for the red meat.
The best diner in Zurich. I do really like the trousers, by the way. Seriously cool. I could never pull that off.
Are you going to eat a plant-based burger?
Plant-based burger. This one. This one, yeah.
This one here.
This is going to be 28 francs.
The beef is not that expensive.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
So it's more
The
expensive.
double beef
Double beef is less
is
expensive.
cheaper than the Beyond Burger. Taste? Okay. It doesn't taste like meat.
Like this.
Alright, okay, direct comparison. Oh, there it is. It's going to show his. Oh my gosh, that looks so much better.
Way better.
That versus. You're such an arse for getting a real beef burger.
It doesn't taste like a burger.
No,
But
it's
you
not
can
bad.
eat it.
Okay, so basically, the Beyond Burger's not that tasty. It was a bit of a disaster. And I really was expecting something more from this. I mean, I really thought that maybe this could be like a real good meat substitute, but I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed. There was a time when I actually tried to be a vegetarian. And it was a total disaster. I mean, it lasted about a month. I did it because I thought it would be healthier, but in reality I just put on weight, and it didn't do anything. I ate lots of different types of food that I wouldn't normally eat, and I still eat those foods. So every now and again I might throw in a bag of corn mincemeat into my bolognese, or I might buy a packet of vegetarian cauldron sausages. If anything, this is becoming a bigger industry. There's a lot of meat lovers like me who do eat vegetarian food every now and again, and the food industry has really caught on with this trend. If you go into any supermarket nowadays, you've got specific aisles that have this type of produce. In fact, let's go over and show you what a typical supermarket in Switzerland looks like. Meat, 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 more meat. What's this? All vegetarian food. Look at that. Vegan. All this food is vegetarian. So if we go to the US, where the Beyond Burger is manufactured, 9% of all emissions come from cattle. Yes, that's right, cow farts are damaging our planet. It might shock you to hear this, but livestock actually emit 14.5% of global greenhouse emissions versus transport that's closer to 14%. So basically cattle farming or livestock farming, rearing animals, is more damaging to the environment than driving your car. I mean, that's crazy. And it's strange because we put all this emphasis on driving electric vehicles that still have a carbon footprint because we need coal power stations to generate the electricity to run those cars, but we don't talk about the emissions created by livestock. The other problem is because the world's population is increasing, there's increasing demand for meat around the world, especially from emerging markets, which means that the quality of farming that we're seeing globally is declining. You could also argue that there's an ethical factor that plays into this. There are other options. Right now, there are a number of companies around the world that are experimenting with lab-based meat. What they're doing is they're growing meat in the lab using stem cells taken from cattle. In the Netherlands, there's a company called Mosa Meat, and they've actually managed to lab grow the first ever beef patty. There's also the Silicon Valley based Memphis Meat. They've developed fried chicken, meatballs and duck from animal cells. That's quite a lot of different types of food. I'm not really sure how that's going to taste. But you know what's even cooler? This idea of a 3D printed meat, actually literally printing meat. You know, not using even labs. You could just literally print meat on the go and eat it. Now, I actually think that in the future, this is going to be the technology that takes over, and this is how we're going to eat probably most of our food.
I shall try some of your burned, replicated bird meat.
I don't know what the future holds. The way that we're going to eat in the future is going to be very, very different, and we are at the cusp of a revolution in the food industry.